I can talk about several things. I'm not sure what's in the program because I don't have a copy of it in front of me. But let me say this, what we're looking at this stage, I've got one thing that's very close tied to Euro Space Hub. We're trying to organize a Baltic space event in New York City on September the 25th. And that would be linked to a Baltic space, Baltic investment summit. And basically, I'm looking at having all three countries, Latvia, Lithuania, Estonia, involved in this event. On a key element of it is to provide young space scientists, and these could be very young space scientists, the opportunity to show what they can do, how they can innovate. And that's one segment. And Bernard Foing has offered prizes. One of the prizes it could be the high space facility that's in Hawaii, which is a lunar or Mars exploration simulation. So that's available. I am not getting an enthusiastic response, I would say, from our neighboring countries. And so I'm not sure if we will be able to pull it off, but as a Euro Space Hub activity that links investment, research, innovation, all together in one setting in New York, basically as part of the UN General Assembly Science Summit in September, I think that would be quite exciting. Let me stop share on this and go to another screen. And so now we'll go to this screen, since I think our primary activities or interests at this point are space. What we've done last year, we were involved in organizing a series of series of sessions at the Space Summit in New York. Subsequently, we organized 2 sessions at the US Africa Leaders Summit science event. One of them was on space, and that dealt with a new instrument that we're developing in cooperation with ACES worldwide, which is the idea of a space compact agreement. Is this the second slide? Do you see that? Hello?
We no see.
You don't see the second slide?
Slide.
Okay, so somehow I'm, let me see. Let me go out of, let me show that same presentation here. Okay, you see this now, right? Space and...
But go to full screen and go on.
Okay, go to full screen, which is, okay, I can go to, okay, full screen.
From the beginning now.
From the beginning, yeah. Okay, now let's see if we will see the next slide. Sorry. Good grief. Mouse is bouncing around. Here we go. Okay, now I go to slideshow. And I'm on here. Slideshow.
Just use
I will catch it sooner or later. Sorry, gentlemen and ladies.
Just use arrow down, and from this screen, just go down.
Well, I can just go arrow down. Yeah, basically, what the. Okay, do you see the second slide now? What is relevance of space infrastructure sustainability on Earth? Do you see that?
Yes.
Okay, very good. What basically the Space Compact is an idea. Basically, it would be an agreement with the United Nations to link space activities to sustainable development goals, including also climate change goals. There is an instrument that the COPUS, which is the Committee on Peaceful Uses of Outer Space, began developing in 2018. I was in contact with them at that time. The idea of in 2018 was the Space 2030 Agenda. And what that basically was an idea to link sustainable development to space activities. And so they worked on this instrument at the UN for about 3 years. And in 2021, it was approved by the General Assembly. The problem with that instrument is it really provided no method to implement it. It asked for implementation, but there was no defined methodology. And so we began looking at this before last September, but the idea became quite clear. And so this is what we're looking at. We're looking at creating an instrument that will link outer space activities to UN Sustainable Development Goals. And so these are different general uses of outer space activities for use on Earth. And so you got the land, water management, crop yields, disaster management, cartography, urban development, coastal use, roads and infrastructure, biodiversity, and other goals. And you also have the goals of reaching the moon, which is another effort. And the outer space contributes to Earth in many, many different ways. And I think we've all touched on those probably in the conference so far. And this includes telemedicine, digital health, teleeducation, space traffic management, navigation, forestry, and so forth. What the idea of Space 2030 Agenda was that space drives sustainable development, and I believe that is true. So, so space is key to sustainable development on Earth. These are two examples, basically one from India. One of our partners is a university in India. Another partner is McGill University in Canada. And a third partner is the Space University in France, International Space University. So yeah, so this is one of our partners. Actually, these slides were developed by our partner in India. I have my own presentations on this matter. One was very Baltics focused, another focused on African affairs. So here's what the initiative is about. Basically, what we're looking at is taking each space activity, linking that to specific sustainable development goals. And by committing to this, the country is also fulfilling Article 1 of the Outer Space Treaty of 1967, because that called for space activities to basically be done in the service of all mankind. And generally that's stated, but it's not truly honored. So, and click, see. So what we're attempting to do is we're states and companies and cities could make a commitment to be through a space compact. This instrument is based on a similar instrument developed by the UN for energy that I'm quite familiar with because I developed an energy compact for organizations in Africa. And so the thing is, you make a commitment to a roadmap to develop certain things in a time frame so that basically the space activities are geared towards serving overall human needs. And so here's this is linked to specific SDGs, the 2030 Sustainable Development Goals: hunger, health, education, clean water, clean energy, industry and innovation, infrastructure, climate action for the atmosphere, carbon neutrality by 2050. These are all elements within the space compact. We anticipate developing a register that would be with the UN, and this is RIGA Photonics Center, our partner ACES. ACES, the advisory board includes Pascal Ehrenfreud, includes also 3 former directors of UNOSA, includes the director of strategic planning for DRL and other people of that caliber. And so, yeah, this is not really my own pitch. I could have shown my own pitch. And this is a more finished product of our group. So basically, sustainable development goals are built on a long-term UN effort to aim for a clean planet, and with elimination of poverty. The goal stands for 2030, clean water, and all these benefits to all people living on the planet. And I firmly believe this is extremely important, because otherwise people wind up in competitive activities that do not advance human interests on our planet. And so the space compacts are ways to directly link space activities of a country. And I have one started for Latvia as a country. That a national space compact has not yet been registered. I'm hoping that this year we might be able to register one space compact for a nation state, hopefully Latvia. And so here's who we are. And let me mention ACES again. I can show the website. This we'll go to that as well. But ACES organizes seminars, workshops, and activities like this. This one I brought into ACES, and it's been presented in at the UN Science Summit. It's been presented at the Washington Summit, and it's also going to be a key activity this fall in September, on the 20th of September. Yeah, I guess if I was not quite prepared to talk about this one today. And in fact, let me briefly switch to another topic if I could. How much time do I have left, if any?
No, probably not.
Thank you.
Because I can also talk about another topic if that is needed. I did offer to. Ilgmar.
Yeah, questions or comments? I not see. Thank you once more.